Yo, just wanted to throw in a couple updates here. The video versions should be coming soon in the next couple episodes. We're still trying to figure that out. As well, we have our podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Links will be in the description. So, yeah, enjoy.
All right. It would appear that we're recording currently.
I missed you guys. Just kidding. I hate you all.
To be fair, it's been a minute because
Yeah.
we recorded this a long ass time ago. I put in the description of the last one on YouTube when it was recorded. It was literally recorded over a month ago.
Jesus.
And I just uploaded it because I just couldn't be asked to
That's
edit
insane. I
it.
can't be asked.
So this one is gonna be raw because we have talking points this time.
Yeah, so it won't be filled with like, yeah. Like that shit.
Well, I mean, to be fair for you guys, it wasn't filled with that because I cut out an hour of footage. But to us, to me, whenever I was listening to it back, it was a lot of stuff that I couldn't include.
Yeah, it's just a lot of like, dick and balls.
Yeah.
Like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, plus I was, we were interrupting each other a lot. I was playing Animal Crossing and saying things that didn't have any context. So it was just, I mean, I ended up making it, I think at least a little bit funny, but that was just kind of a test. Now we're actually like trying out this podcast host, Anchor, and we are putting it on Spotify and hopefully on the podcast apps as well. So yeah, hopefully it'll go well.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, the main goal of this is just to, like, we're not trying to like blow up or anything. It's just a fun thing to do.
It's just fun to make content.
Yeah, just to put stuff out there, even if it's like, like some people will like it, others won't, and who gives a shit? Because we're just kind of putting it out there because it's just fun to sit and talk and make something.
Yeah,
and especially like a podcast is you kind of just. It's kind of just people listening in on your... Like, if you don't have a main point, you kind of just... It's people sitting in and, like, listening on your conversations, which is, like... I noticed that I listen to a lot of podcasts whenever I'm, like, doing shit, like, studying, mowing the lawn, like, shit like that. Like, where it doesn't... It's just something to fill the silence, you know what I mean? So it's just nice to do this shit, because, like, hopefully people are listening.
Yeah.
But, like, it's just a good thing. It's a fun thing to do, and I definitely recommend it.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I definitely throw on a podcast whenever I'm, like the other night, it was, like, 2 a.m., and I had to be up at 5, and I was, like, dreading my entire life, and I was like, I gotta clean my room and put away my laundry, like, right now, or else I'm gonna, like, wake up and feel like shit. And so I just threw on the TMG podcast and, like, smoked through it all. Just destroyed it. I smashed it.
Dude, you smoked it?
I smoked it.
Dude, you're on weed.
Bro, you're on weed.
You're on weed. The teacher's gonna know that you're on weed.
Gonna know you're on weed.
Did you see that dragon? Just kidding. There was no dragon, but you probably saw it because you're on weed.
Bro, dude, honestly. Nah, I just fucking smashed through it and got it all done. And the thing I like about podcasts is you can just throw them on, and it kind of disrupts your thinking. So instead of thinking, you actually just do stuff.
Yeah, you just like do stuff while listening in on people talk about dick and balls and the Armenian genocide, stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, just interesting talking points like dick and nuts and
maybe even shaft.
And maybe even shaft sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so that's kind of just why we're doing this. Just an interesting thing that we thought we would try just to create instead of consume for once. Because I know at least that I kind of have spent my entire life as of yet just consuming content, and I haven't really felt like I've put anything into the world of value, and so I thought maybe I could flip the tables and try to actually contribute.
You're like
at least anything, really.
Yeah, like I want to contribute to the flavor of life. So here's my 1 grain of salt.
Here's my one little tiny grain of, not even table salt, just like no, like the Himalayan rock salt.
It's just like salty dirt, like
it's like salt, but you dropped the grain and are trying to look for it.
You licked the sweat off of like
a sweaty Overwatch player. And that's this podcast.
Yeah, that's this podcast. This podcast, in like compared to other podcasts, is like the taint sweat of like.
We are the taint sweat of.
We are the taint sweat of
of Philosophize
Spotify.
This by Stephen West.
That's a wonderful podcast.
And Where the Taint Sweat of that podcast.
Of that podcast.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, we have to talk about this because it's like the most like mind-blowing shit. I actually couldn't believe that it was real because there had been whispers. So Logan Paul is fighting Floyd Mayweather, like for real.
I heard about that, like that shit.
There was like,
and
so he said on his podcast at some point, I think, that he was going to do it. And people didn't know if it was real or not. Everyone was like, dude, he's going to get like destroyed.
Yeah, it's
why
Floyd
would he?
Mayweather.
Why would he not do that? Or why would he do that? And apparently it confirmed. It got delayed by like, I don't know how long. I think it's going to happen in May of this year.
Holy fuck.
I actually can't believe that that's happening. I like KSI and Logan Paul was like interesting. I was interested in it and I was following along. But like, this is like completely different. This is literally one of those YouTube boxers fighting.
Yeah, fighting
arguably one of the greatest boxers of all time.
Yeah, that's insane.
Which is like, I couldn't even believe that that was a real thing. I hope it happens because I want to see. I think I want to see how YouTube boxers, like those influencer boxers, compare to real boxers, because they're, I mean, the automatic assumption that everyone has is that they would get shit on.
Yeah.
And that's the assumption that I have as well. I think that they would get shit on.
But maybe he might.
But Logan Paul's a big guy.
Yeah.
So you never know. I don't really know. I mean, I don't know that much about boxing. So I don't know how they compare because I've never seen one fight each other. This will be the first time that I know of that a YouTube influencer boxer fights a real, like an actual boxer.
Yeah, because I can't remember. I'm not a big follower of the YouTube boxers, but like I'm pretty like big into combat sports. I'd say like I'm pretty good at following, like the UFC and like the boxing matches, shit like that. But like looking at these like YouTubers who I don't follow their content, and like all of a sudden they're boxers, and I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's insane. And it's not like they've fought anyone who's actually had that kind of training. Like they've fought each other, like like Logan Paul and KSI fought each other, and like Jake Paul, I think it's Jake Paul. Jake Paul fought Nate Robinson, who's a basketball player. Yeah. So like this is the actual real fucking deal.
And it started with, as far as I know, because I don't know anything like further back than this, it started with KSI fighting Joe Weller, I think.
Yeah,
it started with them two. KSI beat Joe Weller, and then Joe Weller never boxed again. And then and then KSI was like that was his start to his like boxing thing. And then he fought, I don't know if he fought anyone after that besides Logan. Yeah. But then he fought Logan, and Deji fought Jake. And then it was a draw, so they fought again. And that kind of started the whole YouTube boxing thing, because then obviously there was Jake Paul and Nate Robinson. There was Jake Paul and Anis Gibb.
I didn't see that one.
I remember hearing about it like a few times, and then I watched a clip of Anis Gibb getting the shit kicked out of him.
Yeah, that was something that like that kind of like gained my respect a little bit, because like the like you see these like YouTubers and they're like, oh, I'm a boxer now, and like all this shit, and you see their training videos, and you're like, oh dude, they're gonna get the shit kicked out of them. Like I think everybody like secretly wanted, not everybody, but a majority of the people I talked to like wanted Nate Robinson to win. But if you watch it, Jake Paul's,
it's clear that Jake Paul has more training.
Yeah, his it wasn't bad. He had like good technique, and like the whole thing was like Nate Robinson opened up, and like any boxer who's had that amount of training, they're gonna see that shit and they're gonna pop him, and that's what he did. So like,
I mean, it's clear that no matter what you think, he clearly has an amount of experience and an amount of training that has gone into his boxing career no matter how it compares to someone who's like a boxer,
Yeah.
it's clear that like at least it's clear that he's taking it seriously. At least it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
At least Jake is.
Yeah, that's that.
Even though he's the most intolerable person on the fucking
Yeah.
planet.
It's like it's hard to compare because if Logan Paul was fighting some like undercard fighter, then like you'd be like, oh, he's fighting a real boxer. But like this shit is.
I mean,
like,
it's Floyd Mayweather.
This motherfucker hasn't lost. He has like enough money. This motherfucker has like 13 cars and like
I mean, it's
he has
literally
so
Floyd
much
Mayweather.
money.
Yeah.
If you ask Floyd Mayweather is probably one of the most like recognizable fighters of all time because he hasn't lost a fucking match. He's insane. And
Oh yeah. I mean, everyone knows his name. Everyone knows who he is. I mean, like the chances that you say his name and people know who you're talking about is like very high.
Very high. I'd
Because
say 9
he's
out of
just
10.
one of those people. Like
Yeah.
it's insane that Logan Paul of all people is fighting him. And I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of excited to see how it.
Yeah, I'm
turns
excited.
out.
I think it'll go either one of two ways. I think. Okay, first of all, I don't think Logan Paul's going to win at all.
I don't think so either. No,
I think here's
I don't
what's
know
gonna
if
happen.
he's going to get swept though. I don't.
Yeah, here's the thing. It's either going to be a lot of people are going to be pissed that they paid for this pay-per-view and it's going to be over in about 5. I mean, no, Floyd Mayweather, he's like kind of like a defensive fighter, so he'll work off of you.
Yeah.
And it just depends on like if Logan Paul comes out swinging. I think he'll either get totally slept first round or he's gonna hold his own and then he'll like gain respect of like the actual like boxing and fighting community.
I mean, if
like
he lasts more than a couple rounds, I would be surprised.
Yeah, I would be surprised too. But if he holds his own, that's like a big step for him. That's a big play.
I think
That's
that'll be a
respect.
surprise for a lot of people
Yeah.
to see the direct comparison, and if it's not him just getting his ass kicked, like if he actually like. Maybe I really like. I think there's honestly a close to 0% chance that he'll win the fight.
Yeah.
But like, it'll be really surprising to me if I see Logan Paul, the guy that filmed the dead body in the Japanese
Yeah.
suicide forest, literally like hold his own against Floyd Mayweather. That'll
Yeah,
surprise
that'll-
me a lot.
That I think he'll gain a lot of respect for that. Like
Yeah.
a lot of respect.
Yeah, I mean, he'll gain a lot of hopefully he'll gain a lot of respect from the people that like think that it's just gonna be like another one of those, or it's gonna be like exactly how they think it's gonna play out, where he gets the floor wiped with him, and that's the end of it.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for that fight. If he gets a couple good shots on Floyd, which I doubt, because Floyd's really fast.
Yeah.
His head movement's really fast.
Yeah,
But you never know.
I think. I mean, Floyd. That's a big name, so it's gonna like. Either way, they're both gonna make a shit ton of money from it.
Oh yeah,
They're gonna make a lot of money from it. And it's gonna be a good event either way. But I feel like if it was gonna be a thing, if it was like the purpose of it was to have a YouTube influencer boxer hold a chance against a real fighter, I do think that Conor McGregor would have been a good one.
I do too.
Because there's been a lot of, I mean, he got humbled by Khabib, so
yeah, he did.
it would be funny to see. It would be cool to see him, because I feel like Logan Paul would have. I mean, I feel like it would be an interesting fight.
Yeah, I think the thing with Conor McGregor is
He can't box.
No, I think he can box, but
You think so?
I'd say like this is
Maybe Khabib was too high of a.
No, Khabib's his like grappling and wrestling and stuff like that is like fucking Alcatraz. Like it is. He's got it really solid.
Yeah.
He's like he knows his shit when it comes to that, and that's what got Conor McGregor is. He's like, yeah, he's a great stand-up striking fighter, but like that man needed to work on his like jiu-jitsu, or like he could not just get away from him, because Khabib like totally just choked him out. Like he like it was totally different realms. That's why I think like
I mean
both
it was
fighters,
completely different types of fighting, which is why Khabib won.
Both fighters are amazing fighters. It's just Khabib's his like grappling game was just too good. And but that's why I also think that Conor McGregor would be a good fight because of his striking. So like his
well, and so Logan kind of tries to fight like that too, as far as I've seen.
Yeah, and
like he does do a little bit of the grabbing, but I think that he also tends to do a little bit more of the traditional. Since he's so new at boxing, he tends to do more of the traditional like basic boxing that you see, and I feel like that's probably also what Conor McGregor would do, or something similar to it.
Yeah, I mean it's two totally different kind of fights.
Connor's a fighter. Yeah, Connor's an MMA fighter. He's a different. He doesn't box.
MMA is like totally different because MMA, first of all, you can kick. You can kick, and second of all, there's like that wrestling aspect, and that's why Khabib was like way better at like his ground game.
Yeah.
So like those two things are totally taken out of the picture to where it's just his hands, which Conor has really good hands.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it was like that's probably why that Floyd Mayweather fight even happened, was because his hand to hand game,
Mayweather
stand-up
fought McGregor, right?
Yeah, and McGregor got fucked up. Because it's just
I don't remember the outcome of that. I know that Mayweather won, but wasn't it like
I don't think it was. I'm not sure if it was by knockout.
It was by TKO, I think.
Possibly.
I just remember that fight being kind of.
I remember it being very disappointing.
Yeah.
I was very disappointed from that.
Yeah.
But Conor McGregor, he when he fought, who did he just fight? He fought somebody, but
you're right.
And he got knocked out.
Who was that guy? Who was it? Here, you got your phone, right?
Yeah. Google, show me this guy's balls, please.
Google, show me this guy's balls, please.
Let's look this up. Who did Conor McGregor recently fight? God, isn't the world so much better to where you don't have to? It was Dustin Poirier.
Oh yeah, and he lost.
Yeah, he lost by TKO.
No, wasn't it by knockout?
Yeah.
Got knocked out by, who was it?
Dustin Poirier.
Dustin Poirier.
Yeah, and I think Dustin Poirier was.
Was it boxing again?
No, this was UFC. This is in his realm. It's just Dustin Poirier beat the shit out of him. He beat the shit out of him.
What happened?
I don't know. Maybe it's all those fucking proper whiskey commercials. I don't know.
I don't know.
They finally caught up.
Like he was
insane.
He was really good.
Yeah, Conor McGregor. He fought
That's where all the confidence.
He fought the champion who was from Brazil. His name was Jose Aldo.
Yeah,
and he beat Jose Aldo in a real first round knockout. And the thing with Conor McGregor is his claim to fame was super fast.
Yeah.
He went from fighting just doing standard MMA fights in his town to going to I can't remember what it's called, but basically a recruiting matches to where that's where Dana White was.
Yeah.
And so Dana White sees this motherfucker fight and he fights good.
Yeah.
And then Dana White, signs him and puts him in the UFC.
Yeah.
And then win after win after win after win. And then
and just his just his character.
Yeah, that's why he became
Everyone
a fan
loved
favorite.
The character.
Because he was a new guy. He's the new guy, and he didn't talk much. And then he gets one insane knockout, just amazing knockout. And then he gets confident and starts saying all this shit. And everybody liked how confident he is and the way he carries himself.
Yeah, he totally. I mean, the crowd was they loved the just cocky Conor McGregor.
Yeah, it's kind of he's I mean, I don't watch a lot of WWE, but he carried himself the way The Rock did.
Yeah,
because The Rock was I'm the fucking Rock, and I do whatever I want, and I'm the best motherfucker out here.
And he was mass-produced tequila.
Yeah, and I mass-produced tequila. But no, like he just was like this character of the UFC, and that's why everybody like grew to him.
Yeah.
And the thing was, he like would always back it up.
Yeah, no, that
Always,
was
like,
the best part. Is he was like he wasn't just talking; he was walking too. It was sick.
Even against Jose Aldo, he was like first round knockout, and everybody was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
like
I don't know.
Against the champion, first round knockout, and he pulled through.
Yeah, no, that's the best part. That's why people hate like the way that he kind of like, not. I mean, he just fell.
Yeah,
because he just keeps losing, so people are kind of falling off the character.
Yeah, people are kind of falling.
And
off
after Khabib, he kind of dropped the cocky act.
Yeah, he did, because he was super. I mean, when they face off, Conor would usually talk shit and like get all up in their face and stuff. And with Dustin Poirier, he was like,
yeah, I saw that.
That
face
was
off.
that.
He was like respectful.
That made me
shit.
happy though. That I was like, okay, I like that, because he faced off, and then he was like, all right, let's give him a good show. Let's have a good fight. And he shook his hand, and I think he even gave him like proper whiskey, or like Dustin Poirier gave him something.
Yeah,
but it was super like, it was kind of like a respect thing, which I liked. I liked that a lot, but it also kind of was like people were like, oh, he kind of lost his edge, but like no, he just.
I mean, I kind of like the
he
new
got
part.
He got humbled. That's what happened. He got humbled.
That's what Khabib said he was gonna do. That's the best part,
and he did.
And he fucking did it, and he did it.
But the thing was like that whole thing. Did you follow like what happened with them?
What, Khabib?
Yeah, and Conor. So
Not
basically after their fight, a fucking brawl broke out
between them,
and their like team.
For real?
Like out of the cage.
Oh shit!
It was a fucking
when was
brawl.
it? Like right after, or
like I'm pretty sure it was right after. So that led Conor and Khabib to get suspended.
Oh shit!
For like 6 months to a year.
I didn't know about that.
And so that's why they didn't fight. And I don't know if Khabib has come back yet, but that's why Conor took so long to fight. Was because he got suspended.
He got fucking suspended. Shit.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I mean, I guess after that.
Yeah, so that was obviously like, and who knows, maybe he didn't train as hard because he was like, what the fuck do I have to do? I'm not going to be able to fight in the UFC anyways. And so maybe that's what.
Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, yeah. If you're suspended for 6 months, you're gonna.
Yeah, you're gonna do fuck all for this.
Fuck all for that 6 months. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, fuck. I don't know. That's
combat sports.
I always thought fighting was pretty sick, even though I didn't really follow it that much.
Yeah, I recently. I mean, not recently, but as I got older, like I was a big fan of like boxing and shit like that because like. I mean, I'm fucking Irish, so like all these fucking boxers are fucking Irish, and they would like fight each other in bars and shit like that.
Yeah,
but
it's funny. It's funny.
But like,
shit.
I was a big fan of like the Rocky movies, so I was like big into boxing, and like my grandpa was big into boxing. He would always watch boxing.
Yeah, and
so that's kind of what like got me into combat sports, and I'd say that what got me into UFC was probably Conor McGregor. Was like what got me
totally
invested in UFC and like watching.
Well, that was like right around that time too.
Yeah, it was right around that the time where I was probably, I'm going to say I was probably 13, 14 whenever.
How old are you in 5th grade? I'm trying to think.
5th grade.
Because that's when we met.
12.
So
12
probably
or 13.
around that time.
Probably around that time, yeah. Is when I started getting big into like combat sports in its entirety. Because like, I watched boxing, but like in its entirety, UFC, even like, I like watching like Muay Thai fighters. Because Muay Thai, you can kind of use anything you want. You can use knees, you can use elbows.
Oh,
and Muay Thai is like, not so much they'll go for your head. It's like they'll shatter your kneecaps.
Fuck that.
It's like these little like Asian dudes, and they throw these kicks that are so precise and hard, like right at your knee to where like you're it's called an oblique kick.
No,
and it's I think the oblique kick is actually banned from UFC.
I would hope so.
Because
that's fucked up.
That shit ruins your career.
Oh, dude, if you get one of those.
Oh, you get one of those, you're done.
You're coming back.
You're
not coming
done.
back.
No, it's insane.
Up. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really have the whole boxing thing in my childhood because my grandparents and parents watched golf and baseball.
Lovely.
So I watched golf.
Yeah.
And baseball.
That's the shit, man.
That's it. Yeah, that's kind of just what I wasn't. I mean, I only really the only boxing I did when I was young was Wii boxing.
Yeah.
Against Matt,
which is like
which is the scariest thing on
Matt gives Floyd Mayweather a run for his money.
Yeah, honestly.
That's like hardest bosses in games. I'd go like probably any Dark Souls boss, and then above that,
and then
Matt.
Matt
From Wii Sports.
Yeah, I'd say, yeah.
As fuck.
as fuck, says Mitchell.
Says Mitchell.
All right. Yeah, I mean, okay. I guess we have a bit of a bit of options here. We could either talk about North Korea.
That's a touchy subject.
Or we could go on the would you rather thing.
We can talk about
talk a little bit about our friends up.
Yeah, we'll talk about my boy
friends,
Kim. Keeping it real in the north, the north side.
The north side. Yeah. All right. You might need your phone for this one.
My
just
phone
so
for this
because
one.
this might be a more important to be correct.
Yeah,
subject.
I'd want to be correct on this.
But so North Korea, if you don't know, is a country pretty close to Japan, just north of South Korea, actually.
It's in that area.
Yeah, it's in that region.
Let's say it's in that.
And it is, it's an interesting place.
Oh God,
I
looked up North Korea news.
Okay.
And in the People's Also Ask, I'm just gonna list these from top to bottom.
All right.
These are the most frequent questions asked about North Korea. Could North Korea hit the U.S.? Can North Korea leave their country?
Oh my God.
Is North Korea dangerous to visit? Can you get killed in North Korea? Is North Korea a nuclear power? Can North Korea defeat South Korea? I mean, all lovely questions.
All lovely questions
that everyone is dying to hear.
Yeah.
Here's what I was talking about. So I'm not 100%.
This is based on news sources that are easily accessed by the public.
Yeah, it's based on Washington Post.
So we don't.
So
we're basically just talking about what we read on there.
If I'm wrong, I want you to go on there and write a hate comment.
If this part of the podcast gets redacted,
redacted. We're sorry.
We're sorry.
Kim, let's get lunch.
Kim, let's go get some lunch sometime and talk about it. I really, we're completely objective here.
Yeah, we're completely objective.
Nothing against North Korea at all.
Love North Korea. Love
Publicly.
my boy Kim. I'm going to hit him up. We'll get Applebee's on Tuesdays.
With Dennis Rodman.
With Dennis Rodman as well.
Dennis Rodman.
Which is fucking insane, by the way.
So what's the whole deal?
So here's the deal, apparently. Okay. So I think...
here's the spill.
Here's the tea, as you young women like to call it.
Oh God, not young women.
Oh God,
young women.
So basically, recently, North Korean hackers were, they were caught. They were trying to hack, or North Korean and Russian. Whoops.
Oh shit. Classic. Classic Russia.
You gotta love Russia, man.
You really gotta love Russia.
But apparently, they're going. The Biden administration is going into like cybersecurity investigations because
on both of them.
On
Chad.
both of them. Well, it's not like them as a country. They're not invested, but the people.
Yeah, okay.
It's like, it's kind of like how like World War I started. You know what I'm talking about?
So like World War I is Trump 2016, and then World War II is right now. It's about to happen.
No. So like you know how like in World War I they were like there was like the
war.
The first one actually.
Oh, true.
Dude, it's insane that they didn't call it World War I. They were just like, yeah,
This is the war.
This is the war. The war.
This is
The greatest war.
The greatest one. The best one.
That's ever happened.
In my opinion, the best
In
one.
my opinion, top 10 wars, this is it.
This is the
Coming in at number 1, this one.
The war.
The war. Oh, okay, so
Anyway.
basically, they're going into cybersecurity investigations with these North Korean and Russian hackers.
Okay. All right.
Basically, like,
Okay.
they're looking for...
Ongoing.
they're looking for, like, information on the COVID vaccine.
Oh shit.
And that kind of raises a couple flags because North Korea, they were like,
Hey, we got 0 cases.
they're like, everybody's like, oh, fucking Italy has so many cases. We have so many cases. What about you, North Korea? We're like, yeah,
None.
they don't have any.
Oh, what about you, North Korea? Oh, yeah, we have none.
We have none.
0. You know them? We don't have
It's
them.
like, oh, we have 1. Now we have 0.
We have
Take them out back. Now we have 0.
And now we won't elaborate on that. Just in case.
Now we won't
just in
elaborate on
case.
that.
That
But
means nothing.
apparently, they're investigating them because they're looking for information on the COVID vaccine, which is like, which I'm not big into like politics and shit,
Yeah.
but like I'm very, let's like help people out. So like, if they wanted to know about it, why can't we just tell them? You know what I mean? Like, let's be a little.
You could have just asked.
Let's be a little like humane here and just be like, oh, if people are dying, it doesn't matter if it's our people or not.
Yeah.
Let's kind of just help them out.
Well, I mean, yeah, in a perfect world, that would be the case. You know?
But we're all like, oh.
But it ain't even like that.
They're like, it's my COVID vaccine. You can't have it.
Nah, I don't know, dude. Here, wait, let me see. It's looking like they're just investigating and nothing really in terms of
They're just like,
justice is happening. But
let's investigate it,
it
and we'll
looks like-
see you later. But
Let's
it's looking like
it's probably just, I mean, the continuation of 2016
yeah.
is what it sounds like.
God, 2016 was insane because I remember throwing myself into multiple panic attacks and going through scenarios if we get nukes dropped on us,
Oh, shit.
what will I do?
Probably
Get the fuck up out of here.
Probably have some seriously mutated children.
Probably
More
like
likely than
find the Ninja Turtles. I'll find
Yeah,
them
more likely than not.
and make them a cheese pizza.
and make their favorite.
Their favorite.
Their favorite.
Because they like
cheese
it.
Pizza. They like that stuff.
They like that stuff because
Yeah.
they're turtles.
I remember waking up on the morning after Election Day in 2016 to my mom going, "He won."
Who?
And I was
Him.
like,
It's him.
I was like, no, I literally knew exactly who she. I
Yeah.
was like, damn.
Like,
I
damn,
was
that's
like,
crazy.
I was like, that is an interesting turn of events. That's what I thought at the time.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get.
When I was, let me think, it's 2020.
I'm not gonna get political or anything.
15
You were
or
15.
14. Was that 8th grade? No, that was before that.
That was before that. That was
like 6th grade.
yeah, it was.
Yeah, fuck,
Holy shit,
that's fucked up.
dude! Time flies when you're.
So I was in 6th grade. I was like, Orange Man won.
Time flies when you're living in a society.
Yeah, time really does fly when you're living in a society.
I'm not gonna get political or anything, but like, why are there so many uses for aloe vera?
Yo,
You know what I mean?
I don't really want to get political, but like, do you see Jared Leto?
Yeah, I did.
He did the society.
He
meme.
did the thing.
He said the thing. He said
Yeah.
the funny.
Yeah, he did the
That's
funny
sweet.
thing where he was like,
not to be political, but like he said the funny.
yeah.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite Joker? There's only
Oh,
one right answer.
It's fucking Heath Ledger. Dude.
Yes, it
It's
is.
literally the best Joker
Yes,
of
it
all
is.
time.
I think that
It will never be topped.
I do like the Joaquin Phoenix one though. I liked him.
It was
cool.
such a good spin on what people like were making the Joker to be at the
Yeah.
time. Like the joke about the Joker, that was like it came
Yeah.
at the perfect time.
Yeah, I
never even watched the movie, but I just know about the like character.
Yeah,
and
I liked how it was like, it was like the Joker before was like, oh, he's just evil and he's like all this
Yeah,
stuff.
it's like-
and now it's like
oh,
linked
shit.
to mental illness.
Oh,
You know what I
shit.
mean? It's like he's mentally insane.
Yeah, like actually explored the Joker's character
Yeah.
rather than just being like, here's a villain. Have fun.
Here's a villain. Make up some shit.
Because I don't
But here's the good
he's
guy.
green.
He's
Sometimes
I guess.
I don't know. The only
Other
the
times
Jack Nicholson one was good, but the backstory was he existed and then he got dumped into some acid.
Yeah.
And then he was.
And then he tripped on acid.
And then acid.
and then
that was it. That
was kind of. I remember that movie.
I mean, that was a good movie.
It was a good movie.
It was a good movie. I liked it. I have it on DVD. Yeah. You know Michael Keaton? Yeah, that one.
No, I'm not sure I do.
Oh,
I'll fucking kill you.
Nah, I don't know, dude. That Joker as fuck.
Joker as fuck, guys.
Yeah. Moral of the story. Did we just?
You want to kiss? Should we kiss
action.
right now?
Yeah, honestly, I think we should. Dude, there was so many of those in the other episode. Literally, no, you got it. So I was listening to the other episode, right? And at one point, we were like in one of those like things where we weren't really talking about anything, and you said, I think it was like Amish people or something. You were like, things to talk about, Amish tech support, and then you were like, yeah, Amish people or something like that, and then I just go, what makes them tick? Like after like a couple seconds in the episode, and while I was listening to it, without knowing that that's what I was gonna say in the episode, because I think that is a tick of mine. I'm not gonna lie, I do think that it has to be, because with the same infliction, the exact same way and at the exact same time, me in the episode go, what makes him tick?
Oh god!
At the exact same time,
shit.
and I shit myself. I was like, oh, what
You're
the
like,
fuck?
You're like, it's like we're the same person.
No, but it's like it must be a trigger when I hear the word tick.
What makes him tick?
Or just people.
You're
what
like,
makes him tick?
What makes him tick?
It's like literally a tick.
It's like
what makes him?
It's like there's like two questions we always ask ourselves: what makes him tick, and what's the deal with airline food?
And what's the deal with airline food?
Will we ever know the deal with airline food?
And will we ever know what makes them
What
tick?
makes them tick?
We
Probably
no.
Not batteries.
Probably.
Those don't tick.
That was not always. I don't think.
No.
Most of the time, you don't see them do that.
No.
Yeah.
Next, you want to do a couple would you rather's and spice shit up?
Yeah,
r slash go fuck yourself.
r slash dick and balls. All right.
That's a good one.
Here, you can
have
up.
my phone.
Do you have the app?
Nope, and that is porn.
Oh
well,
my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Nope.
Can you say that louder than
He's speaking to the mic,
speak
please?
to the mic? Speak up into the mic. They're kids. They're kids.
They're not kids.
They're kids. The Splatoon, they're kids.
Don't even fucking start with me, Splatoon. God
Splatoon.
damn.
They're literally kids.
Splatoon is...
You ever jack off Splatoon?
Oh my
they're
god.
Kids.
They're
they are?
child.
Yeah, they're kids. Alright, we're gonna delve into some would you rather's.
Yeah.
Some thought questions. Some food for thought.
Yeah, here's some food for
You
thought.
had right there.
Here's some food for your thought.
Here's some balls.
Oh,
Balls?
speaking of food, man.
Speaking of.
This episode is not brought to you by Wendy's. But
alright.
you should go eat Wendy's.
It's alright.
It's alright.
It's pretty alright.
It's pretty alright, I'd say.
I would say that it's not bad.
What's your favorite place to eat?
What's my favorite?
That's like it's not local, obviously.
But just like.
But my IP address is.
Yeah, so just like chain.
Yeah, so like
Okay.
somewhere that's has
Has
multiple locations.
yeah, like at least 2. I'd say. Meets
That has like 2 in the world.
2. Yeah. Favorite chain.
I'd say one of my favorites is a burger joint called Five Guys. And
Oh yeah.
Five Guys
it's
is
very
fucking,
greasy. It's
Yeah.
very greasy. But that's kind of the appeal.
Like shit's about to get real, cause like we have a Kreckles, and that's and shit's about to get real when like they give you the bag and it's like in a fucking brown sack with grease at the
Grease
bottom.
stains all
You're
over.
like, this is gonna be
This is
so
going
good.
to tear me up.
Yeah,
But it's gonna be amazing.
it's gonna be amazing. Simon,
Yeah, I'd say it's probably. I really like Well, okay, Buffalo Wild Wings is expensive, and it's like not amazing, but I've had some good experiences at and with Buffalo Wild Wings.
I've had some good and awful experiences. I got food poisoning one time.
Oh, you did from
Buffalo Wild Wings.
No way.
But it was in a location that was not
Yeah.
my usual
You know what?
go-to.
Ours is good. The one
Ours
I
is
went
good.
to Chicago one time. Near Chicago.
Yeah.
And we were visiting some family friends, and we went to this Buffalo Wild Wings. Service was awful. I mean, I'm part of the generation that like is actually nice to service workers.
Yeah.
But even I was like, I can't even believe. I mean, they were like just not bringing us stuff. Like we were like, hey, we ordered this. Can you like bring it to us? And they were like, yeah, sure. And then just like 30 minutes would pass, and just nothing. They would act like they didn't even hear us say it. We're like, bro, can we please just have the thing that we asked for? And they were like, yeah. And then just fuck off. And then they don't give us it. I was like, what is it? What the hell? What is it with Buffalo Wild Wings in places other than here and being awful?
You're like, yeah, can I get 12 boneless? They're like, fuck you.
They're like,
no, you
fucking can't.
You get water.
What was that? Boneless? Yeah, I'm gonna fucking shank you hard.
What are your thoughts on boneless wings, Simon?
I think that
this is where the podcast could go very south. This is where we could get
where
bad
violence
reviews.
could happen.
Yeah, this is a touchy subject in America.
Well, so okay. My personal viewpoint on boneless wings is that they aren't wings. They are chicken bites.
Sauced chicken bites.
But
yeah,
they're delicious.
they are good. Yeah.
And they're convenient in circumstances where you don't want to get your hand messy.
That's my biggest.
So I respect boneless wings.
Yeah, it's a respect. It's a respect kind of thing.
But nothing hits quite like getting yourself completely caked in barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
As you eat a bone-on wing.
Yeah, it's kind of like that primal instinct where you're like,
I am meat off of it.
I am man.
I am Homo sapien and I eat meat.
But then there's other times where you're like, oh, fuck, it's all sticky on my hands and I gotta...
You're somewhere and you don't want to like be disgusting and have to clean up.
Yeah.
And so you just grab a fork and boneless wings. They're convenient. They taste good. Most of the time they're cooked all the way through.
Sometimes they're not.
And that can bring you food poisoning.
Yeah. See, it all comes full circle, guys.
It all comes full circle.
Cook your shit.
Cook your chicken specifically because of semen Manila.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
That's where the semen is all
Yeah.
Manila. And then you throw the fuck up.
And then you throw up a lot for hours.
Yeah, that's kind of what happens.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we're going to get into some would you rathers because
I think
talking points are hard, and so are conversations.
And so
social interaction is a
am I.
daily struggle. So with that being said, Simon, would you rather have... This is a good one. Would you rather have the newest game system for free as soon as it comes out, or be able to turn off or on your pain receptors?
Oh, shit. I mean, okay. That's a tough one. I'll be honest. I think I'd probably be able to turn off my pain receptors. Because I don't really need any more consoles.
Yeah.
Eventually, I'm just going to have a PC anyway, I think.
At the end of the day, it's a very cool party trick.
And it is a very cool party trick.
If you're just
Someone could cut off your fingertip and you wouldn't be able to feel it.
You wouldn't feel it.
You wouldn't flinch. You could do the thing that David Blaine does, but there'd be a lot more blood with the ice pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that, but it would actually bleed everywhere.
In all over the floor.
And you would not react.
Everybody's like, oh, it's so cool. He doesn't react. Oh, there's blood all over my carpet.
I think it'd be kind of sweet if you had like a headache.
Yeah.
Like a normal headache, not like one that's...
Yeah, that's the thing, is like minor pain
if
things
you have
that are just annoying.
Or like if you stub your toe, just instantly, it's gone.
That could
be... you stub your toe, if your reaction time's good enough, instantly gone, because you just turned it off. Or like, when you pinch your finger, turn it off. You're good.
I think you'd be like considered the Messiah. People would start worshiping you because you'd stub your toe on a coffee
your
table.
Toenail and then with a toothpick under it into a wall, and people would be like, whoa, didn't that hurt? And you'd be like, actually, believe it or not, no, did not.
You're like, actually, I didn't get the Wii U for free as soon as it came out.
I will go die
I decided
now.
to not do that.
Today I will go die.
All right, Simon, this is another one.
Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree with the pain receptors one.
Okay, yeah.
This is another one, like, with pain, because, life is pain.
Does it?
So, would you rather feel all the pain you will ever feel in your like entire life condensed into 5 minutes, or so it's condensed into 5 minutes and then you never feel pain and keep living your life.
Physical and emotional.
Yeah, physical and emotional.
Okay.
Or keep living with normal pain. That's a pretty tough one.
I think well, here, you go ahead and go on.
So it says that it's going to be excruciating 5 minute pain, but there's like no physical damage. You'll only just feel pain.
Yeah.
But shit, man. That there's a lot of like shit that happens in your life and condensed into 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like let's just think about this.
Bad.
Let's just think about this.
Let's say you live to like 70 years old. That's if you go from the rest of our lives, it would be like 53 years.
Yeah.
So
that's fucked.
That's 53 years
of pain.
53 times around the sun worth of every single painful experience you will ever have, all in 5 minutes.
Yeah, and like you think about like when you're holding a plank for 1 minute, that shit lasts forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like
you feel like 30 seconds is an hour.
If it's like excruciating pain for 5 minutes, that feels like fucking.
You remember
forever.
The flexed arm hang?
God.
You'd be there for like 4 hours, and they'd be like, "All right, 2 minutes," and you're like, "What?"
And you're like, "What the fuck?"
What'd you say? What was it? 2?
No, I think I just want to keep living with normal
pain. I would
pain.
keep living with normal pain because if it's physical and emotional, I think that physical pain, like, you know, it happens, but like emotional pain normally happens and it's like got context and you learn from it. And so I feel like if it all happened at once, you wouldn't be able to learn from it. And so that's why I would go on living with normal pain.
Yeah.
So I could at least get some use out of the emotional kind.
Yeah. I mean, this one's so fucked.
Oh.
Because like both of these.
Let me read it.
Yeah, you can read this one.
Is it the top one?
Yeah, that one right there.
Okay.
That one's kind of bad because like it's both lose. It's like which one?
I mean, it's an L either way.
Yeah.
Okay, it's would you rather get too drunk on the first date or forget to put deodorant and your armpits smell? Now, I think we should kind of set some parameters here.
Yeah, let's set some parameters.
So with the getting wasted, like I think we both you're smashed.
You're smashed.
Blackout.
You're
like,
fucked. I don't
worst
think,
case scenario.
You
take a shit in the other person's purse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think. Let's just say it's not where you're blackout, because if you're blackout, you kind of don't have to worry about it. But
fair.
But it's like to the point where you're smashed to where you're saying shit and then you're like,
saying
why the
shit,
fuck did I say that?
You're like, yeah, it's just embarrassing.
Yeah, you're sloshed.
Now okay. So
I think I already have my answer for this.
If you forget to put deodorant in your armpit smell, how bad are we talking? Like
we're talking.
Are we talking like kind of smells it a little bit and it's like, oh, is that them? Or is it like reeks, like the SpongeBob episode?
Like the SpongeBob episode
where they think he's ugly, or where he thinks he's ugly, but he just smells.
Jeez, let's say that it's to where
it's to the point where. Let's say it's to the point where like they can smell it
and it's like
fuck. They know it's
just
you.
Like gross.
They're like, oh, I think that's him.
Fucking
I think
gross.
that is his armpits, and that's pretty gross.
Dude, okay, I already have my answer.
You do?
Yeah, but it's only because of like a personal thing.
Okay.
So my answer, that's one of my biggest, like, because I'm a very active person, so I play a lot of sports, and like with that comes sweating.
Yeah.
And
smelling like shit.
So like, I mean, just being around people who stink and just like, I just don't want to stink. Like that's literally, I put on deodorant and cologne because like that's one of my biggest things is like, I don't want to smell bad. I don't want to smell bad. I don't want to smell bad.
Yeah.
So I think I'd rather get sloshed on the first date because that's like one of my biggest like just not insecurities because it doesn't happen. It's just worries.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely am pretty self-conscious about how I smell as well.
Yeah.
I can't decide though because I can see it working out and not working out in both situations. I think I would probably rather the armpits,
Yeah.
just because I don't think I could handle the thought, like reflecting on the fact that I got completely sloshed when I met somebody.
That's
For the first time?
That's understandable.
That, like, me personally, I don't think I could handle the shame.
Wait, for this date, you said
It'd be like one of those things where you are trying to go to sleep at night and it comes up and you're like, I can't. Why am I thinking about that right now?
Oh God.
It'd be one of those, and you just can't not think of it.
Especially if you like see that person a lot.
Yeah, and like if you see them again.
If it's like, well,
And
you
you're
said
like,
you said for the first time. So like, are you talking like
the first date,
like a Tinder date, like where you don't know them, or is like, oh, there's this cute girl at work, and I'm gonna ask her on a date, because that changes
that
the
definitely
ball
changes
game,
it.
because you gotta see.
Let's say it's like you met them somewhere and you probably won't see them again, but you might.
Like a friend of a friend.
Or like someone you met like in your area.
Yeah,
like if you live in a city, you met them in the same kind of area, so you could cross paths again.
I mean, if it's that,
and you could be like, oh, you're the person that I met and was completely destroyed.
If it's
an ass of myself.
If it's that, I'm going with the drunk one, because I just cannot bear to be the smelly guy.
That's fair.
Being smelly is one of the worst.
You know what
things
though?
can be.
You know what? Now that I think about it, like the shame would be bad, but I feel like being completely sober and knowing the whole time that you smell like shit.
Smell like shit. Yeah.
Just would ruin the date.
There's like,
at least if you're sloshed, you're sloshed.
There's like 3 things that you can be that are horrible, that are the worst things you can be: racist, homophobic, and smelly.
Yeah.
Smelly?
Yeah.
Dude, smelly is just like one of
It's
the big
so bad.
It's just one of the big things for me, because it fucking ruins everybody's area. Because you're like you and it's just like a hard situation for everyone, because you know when like there's the smelly guy and like everybody is aware of it, but like nobody wants to say anything, because it's like you don't want to be the smelly guy, so you don't want to tell somebody that they stink. So like, it's just uncomfortable for everyone. I mean, it is one of your more profound sensory organs. So like smelling bad's a big thing.
Yeah. And honestly, if I was on a date with someone and they smelled like shit, it would hurt.
Not go well.
Because I have like the most insanely heightened sense of smell.
Oh God, yeah.
So it would just be like straight BO on my steak the whole time.
Oh,
It'd be the worst.
Oh, that's awful.
All right, this one's actually kind of funny. So
yeah, go for it.
So, would you rather suck 1,000 dicks for $1 million, or work for 5 years as a telephone customer service representative?
Oh my God.
for $1 million.
Give me those cocks.
$1 million.
I'm just kidding. I just thought it was gonna be the 5 years, and I was like, give me those cocks.
Or work for 5 years. Give me the dicks.
Give me the dicks.
Nah, work for 5 years. I thought it was funny that it was as a telephone customer service representative for $1 million. So it's the same amount of money. One of them's 5 years as a telephone customer service representative, or you suck 1,000 dicks.
Both are for $1 million, right?
Yeah, same payoff. I know. I have my answer genuinely.
See,
because I'm good with money
and dicks,
and my hands,
as well as dicks
and dicks.
But geez, man, I mean,
it's yeah.
I have my answer, I think.
Okay, all right, we're gonna go on 3.
Okay.
Sales rep or dicks? Let's go. 3, 2, 1.
Sales
dicks.
rep.
Actually,
yes.
I'd rather die than be a telephone customer sales rep.
You have to deal with a lot of shit for being
service
a telemarketer service representative, because you got like the fucking.
Here's the thing. Hear me out.
Dicks aren't that bad.
Here's the thing. One.
Wait. Are they big dicks?
It's 1,000 of them, so it's a variety.
So we got
the whole
big
spectrum.
dicks, small dicks, white
cheese,
dicks, brown dicks,
circumcised, not circumcised.
Don't even talk about cheese, man. Dude, that throws me into like a horrific childhood traumatic experience. To like Reddit 50/50. Oh my fucking! It's like every time I close my eyes now.
Oh God.
Oh dude, it's
Well,
I'm just gonna leave it to you guys' imagination.
The whole spectrum of cocks.
Yeah, it's a lot of cocks.
I genuinely would do the dicks, because I think that I could make quick work of 1,000.
It's also, it's making people happy.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I
suck a mean.
No, I think I could, like, as long as I could do like a couple down and backs, a couple down and backs, and then next, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
If I could do a couple down and backs and then next, then I would 100% do the digs, because you do the 1,000, it'll probably take you like a couple hours, and then you're done.
Jeez, is this like, is this
is a couple down and a couple down and backs. It's like an assembly line. A couple down and backs next. A couple down and backs next.
We have an assembly line.
Now, I don't know if I'd change my answer if it was like you have to make them nut. If you have to make them nut, I wouldn't do it. I don't think, because one, not a huge fan of cum in my mouth, and two,
I mean, not my
that
favorite.
would take way longer.
God, man.
And I don't like dick that much. Actually, I don't like dick at all, but I really don't like dick that much.
Dude.
Actually, I really don't hate telephone customer service representative that much.
Oh my God.
So if it was like you had to make the finish, I'd probably...
Oh my God. I'm just thinking right now of me going home and being like, yeah, Mom. Yeah, Mom, me and Simon recorded a podcast. Oh, really? What'd you guys talk about? Well, we talked about...
boxing.
We talked about boxing, North Korea, sucking cock, and we went into detail. Oh, yeah, God,
I mean, that's all I really had. I'm being real. It's $1 million, and I'm good with money. So if it was like a couple down and backs each, quickly, I would do the $1 million, because I know what I could do with $1 million, and I know how long I could stretch it.
And then reinvest in the stock market.
Invest all $1 million into Dogecoin.
In Dogecoin and or GameStop.
It's all going to zero. All right. Yeah, but if it was like anything worse than that, I would probably do the 5 years, just because like, I'm not trying to make 1,000 dudes come in my mouth. Not gonna lie. That's the line.
That's where I draw the line.
Because I'm completely straight.
Yeah.
So, just cap.
Everybody in the comments, that's cap. You went into detail.
There's cheese.
Okay, when you brought cheese into it, that's where we curve.
That's where we curve.
That's where we curve the graph.
Here's it. Like, no. Actually, I'm not. I think that's enough. I think I've explained my point. I've defended myself.
Next question. Would you suck a cock?
No, yeah, all mine are
all
just
of them are just
gay.
They're just would you suck a cock or not suck a cock?
I would suck a cock.
I would suck a cock. Here's my reasoning.
No, I don't know. For that reason, I'm out. You gotta come. That reason, I'm out. So you're telling me
20% equity, 4 balls and shaft. Yeah,
I think I left that one in the last visit.
that was a good one.
Okay, here we'll do one more.
All right.
All right. Let me look here.
Diabetes. Filling the void that is silence.
That's fair. Hold on. Okay.
What's your opinion on pineapple on pizza, by the way, Simon? I want to know this. This is also a very controversial statement.
I really don't like it.
Have you tried it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've eaten it multiple times.
Okay,
I've even finished pieces. Like, I'm not a bitch. I'll eat the pizza. I'm not going to be one of those pussies that's like...
Yeah.
Goes to a party and there's pineapple pizza and I'm like,
what the fuck?
I can't do it.
Mom, come pick me up. They got pineapples on the pizza.
I'm not
Get
gonna
the fuck up out of here.
I'm not gonna be that guy. I'll eat the pizza. Like, I'm not a douchebag, but like, I don't prefer it, and I don't necessarily think that it's wrong. It's different, and I don't like it, but I don't think it's wrong.
And that's how everybody should be about every single topic.
So, except for that one.
Except for that one.
Except for that one.
Pineapple on pizza. Just kidding.
Yeah. Okay. I think this is a good one.
Let me hear it.
Okay. Would you rather the love of your life be a Roomba with an advanced AI, right?
Advanced?
It is a Roomba.
But it's advanced.
But it's got advanced AI. Or a supermodel with the personality of a packing peanut. So basically a vegetable that's hot.
Oh my god.
So those are your options. You got a Roomba that you can't have these conversations
But the
with.
love of your life.
So you're
It's like,
loving, fucking, owning a home with,
yeah, you're having like small iPod shuffles with this baby.
You're having, if in this hypothetical world it's possible, you're having kids with this Roomba.
Yeah.
Or
Dude.
a vegetable supermodel packing peanut lady.
Roomba. Final answer. Do I need to explain myself? Next question.
Next question. It's the Roomba.
Roomba.
It's the Roomba.
Next question.
Next.
What about you, Simon?
I think